Hello guys, welcome to this tutorial. My name is Emmanuel. In this tutorial, we'll be creating the sample of the travel flyer we have on our screen here. If you're an old subscriber, thank you for coming back. If you are new to the channel, kindly hit on the subscribe button and turn on the notification icon to get notified whenever we post a new video. Kindly give this video a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comment section below. Without further ado, let's get started. Now the first thing we want to do is to select this image here and we'll click on delete to remove it. Next up, we'll head on to the three dot on the top right corner of our screen and we'll head on to image size. Now the size of this design is 1748 pixels by 2480 pixels. It is an A5 flyer and we'll click OK. So now that we have it, we'll head on to the plus icon and we'll add a shape, and we have our shape nicely. So we'll drag it across our screen and then we'll scale it all the way to fit onto our screen, and then we'll check to have it there nicely. So now that we have it, we'll head on to the layers panel and then we'll lock our shape by clicking on the lock icon to have it in place. So the next thing we want to do is to start creating our design. So we'll start with our background. We'll head on to the plus icon and we'll add another shape, but this time around we'll change this shape from a square to a circle, and then we'll change the color so that we'll have a contrast, and then we'll click OK. So now that we have our circle, place it somewhere around here. So let's scale it a bit. We'll rotate it and then we'll place it around here nicely. So with that selected, we'll head on to the shapes option and then we'll select the stroke, and then we'll give it a stroke of about 6 pixels, and then we'll give it a stroke color, a cyan color, and then we'll click OK. So now that we have it there, we want to give it a texture. So with that selected, we'll head on to the texture and then we'll select an image we have on our gallery. So we'll locate the image and we have it here, and then we'll click on OK to have it. So we'll select the image again. I will enable the ratio and we'll also check from here. So now that we have our shape there, we'll select it and we'll make a copy, we'll make a duplicate, and we have it, and then we'll try to position it over here and we'll head on to texture. And then we'll delete the texture for this, and we have it there. So with that selected, we'll head on to opacity and we want to reduce the opacity all the way down so that we can create an overlay on our design. So we'll reduce it all the way down to about 20 pixels and we'll have it, position it there nicely, and then we'll click on OK. So now that we have it, we'll head on to the layers option and we'll lock them so that we'll have them in place. The next thing we want to do is to start adding our text. So we'll head on to the plus icon and then we'll type our text. The first text we have there is dream. So we're typing dream travel to reality. So we'll type the first text, dream, and then we'll select the text option. I'll make a duplicate and we'll edit this one to travel, and then we'll make another duplicate and then we'll edit it and we'll type to reality. And we have it there. So we'll select the first text and we'll head on to font. I want to change the font of this from the font we have there to a font called Go Bold. If you don't know how to install fonts on Pixellab, I will leave a link in the description of this video. Kindly check it out. So with this text selected, we'll head on to color and we'll change the color of this from what we have there to a cyan color, and we'll check, and we'll head on to shadow and want to increase the shadow of this, and we'll reduce the blur radius to about 3 pixels and we'll click on OK. So we'll position it somewhere around here. So now that we have it there, we'll select our travel text and we'll also change the font from what we have there to Go Bold. So we'll select Go Bold and we have it there and we'll click on OK. So with that selected, we want to scale it all the way up so that we can have it a bit bigger than what we have there, and we'll position it over here nicely. So with this text selected, we'll head on to shadow, and we'll also give this a shadow with a blur radius of 2 pixels, and we'll click OK. So we'll select the last text, which is to reality, and we have it here, and we'll head on to color, and we'll change the color from white to a cyan color, and we have it there, and we'll click on OK, and we'll head on to the style option, and we'll make the text bolder, and we'll check, and we'll also head on to shadow, and we'll enable the shadow, and then we'll reduce the blur radius all the way to 3 pixels, and we'll click OK. So now that we have it there, we'll head on to the plus icon, and we'll add a shape. This time around we're adding a circle, so we'll change it to a circle, and then we'll scale it all the way down, and we'll position it over here, and we'll click on OK. I want to select the shape option, and we'll head on to stroke, and we'll enable the stroke, change the color to a cyan. I will increase the size of the stroke to about 4 pixels, and we'll click OK. So now that we have it selected, we'll make a duplicate of this because we will need it in 3 places. So we'll have it, and we'll make another duplicate, and we'll have it here. So we'll try to position our circle nicely, and we have it over here. So now that we have it, we want to add some texture into our circle. So with that selected, we'll head on to texture, and then we'll head on to the images on our gallery, and then the first image we want to use for this is this one right here, and we'll click OK. So we'll select the second circle, and we'll head on to texture, and we'll select an image from our gallery, and the second image we want to use is right here, and we'll select it, and we'll click on OK. So you notice that there is a breakage in our image, and we'll head on to texture again, we'll enable aspect ratio, and then we'll check. So we'll select the last circle, and then we'll head on to texture, select an image from our gallery, and the last image we'll be using for this is what we have here, and we'll click on OK. So now that we have it nicely there, we want to add some text down, and we'll just select what we have here, and we'll make a duplicate of it, and we'll drag it all the way down, and we'll change the text. We want to have a text here, beautiful. So we'll just type the text beautiful, and we'll click on OK. So we want to head on to shadow, and we'll remove the shadow for this text because we don't want shadow for this. We'll click on OK, and then we'll head on to color, and we'll change the color to this color that we have here, and then we'll reduce the size of this text by going to size, and then we'll reduce the size all the way down to 30, or let's leave it at 34 pixels, and then we'll leave it right here. So we want to head on to style, and then we'll unbold it because we don't want it bold, so we want it a little bit thin, and we'll leave it right there. So with that selected, we'll make a duplicate of it by clicking on copy, and then we'll drag it all the way down, and we'll type the next text, which is beautiful places, and then we'll click on OK, and then we'll go to style, and we'll make this bolder, and we'll click on OK, and we'll head on to color, and we'll change this to the cyan color we have there, and we'll click on OK. We want to head on to letter spacing, and we want to increase the space in between this to about 4 pixels, and we'll click on OK. We'll go to size, and then we'll increase the size to about 38, and we have it there nicely, and we'll try to position it nicely here. So we'll take this up a little bit, and we'll drag this up a little bit as well, and we have it there nicely. So the next text we want to add is a travel, so we'll just duplicate this and then we'll bring it all the way down here and we'll increase it a bit. I want to increase it a bit, and then we'll head on to shadow and we'll remove the shadow for this because we don't want to have shadow for this, and we'll click on OK. And we'll also head on to color and we'll change that color because our text is not showing, so we'll change the color to this and we have it there nicely. So the next text we want to add is the amount for this travel, the starting amount. So I already have that typed, so I'll just drag it onto my design and I'll just simply reveal it. So I have it over here, so I'll drag it up and then I'll place it over this so that I have it revealed, and I have it over here. So I'll simply bring it down. So this is the starting amount for the travel and we have it there nicely. So the next thing I want to add is part of the services that is being rendered by this travel agency. So I also have that typed and then I will just reveal it onto my design. So I'll just hold this and take it up. So I have the text here, and the next one we want to add is the about us, but I'll make a copy of this and then I'll bring it as a heading for this, and this heading is our services. So I'll change this to our services, and I have it there nicely. So I'll position it here and I want to select this text and I want to take it up a little bit and I'll bring this down a little bit and I have it there nicely. So I want to enable this grid option and I want to position it so that I can align my work properly. So I have it here and then I'll just make a quick arrangement for this. Arrange this nicely, have this at the center, and I'll position this and I want to bring this all the way. And I want to select this and I want to bring it all the way like this. So I have it there nicely. So the next thing I want to add is the about us text. So I have the about us and I have the text, so I'll simply just reveal it. So this is just a dummy text, okay? It's just a dummy text and it doesn't have to make sense, just for the sake of this tutorial, and I just want to save us time, so I have it there. So the next thing I want to add is the 50% discount. So I'll just make a copy of this. I'll make a copy of this and then I'll enable it and then I'll type 50% and I have it there, and I want to change the color of this from what we have there to a yellow color. So I'll look for a yellow color and I will use this variant of yellow, but I'll make it a bit darker. So I have it there nicely and I reduce the size a little bit and I bring it all the way here and I check. So the next text we want to add is the discount. So I head onto the plus icon and I head onto text and I can just simply edit it and I type discount and I'll head on to color and I'll change the color to this and then I'll position it over here and I'll reduce the size a little bit and I have it there nicely. So with that selected, I want to make my text bold, so I'll make it bolder and I'll check. So the next thing I want to add for all packages, so I'll select this and I'll make a copy and and I'll bring it down here and I'll edit it so the discount is for all packages. So I have it there, and I'll check and I'll bring it all the way here, and I'll head on to size. I want to reduce the size, yes, to about 16, and I have it nicely, and I'll change the color to a black color, and I have it there nicely. So the next thing I want to add is the contact address, and to do that I want to create an effect. Okay, I want to create a shape effect under it so that I can add the contact address there. So let me just position this nicely up here so that I can have enough space down. So I head onto the plus icon and I'll add a shape, and with that shape selected, I will change the color from that to this cyan color, and I'll drag it like this, and I'll bring it all the way down here, and I'll check. So now that I have my shape, I want to make the edge a bit slant. So I'll head on the plus icon and I'll add another shape, and I have it here, and I'll check, and I'll just rotate it like this, rotate it a little bit again, and I'll place it over here because I want to give this a slant effect, just like what we are seeing there. So I head on to layers here, and I'll group this and this together. I'll merge them together to create that effect. So as you can see, that effect is created, but we want to remove the white color we have. In case we are working on the black background, we will see the shape that we just merged. So we'll just select the shape, and then we'll head on to the shape option, and we'll head on to erase color. We'll enable it, and then we have that color erased there, and we'll check, and we have our shape nicely. So we'll just drag it like this so that we'll increase it a bit, and we'll position it over here. So the next text we want to add is book now. So we'll select this, we'll just lock this, and then we'll select this text here. We'll make a copy of this, and then we'll bring it all the way down, and we'll type our text book now. So we have it book now, and we'll click on OK, and then we'll head on to color. I want to change the color from that to this yellow color here, and want to place it over here, and we'll increase the size all the way to 22, and we'll click OK. So the next one we want to add is the phone number, and we'll simply select this, text, and we'll make a copy, and then we'll drag it all the way down, and we'll edit it. So this phone number is a dummy phone number, please. So +234 and -000 -000 -000, and we have it. I'll click OK. Next thing we want to do is to change the color from what we have there to a white color. So we'll change this to a white color, and we'll click OK, drag it all the way down, and we want to change the size to somewhere around 20 pixels, and we have it, and we'll place it over here. Let's increase it to 22, and we'll place it over here like this. Yes. So the next one we want to do is to add the address. So we'll make a copy of this, and then we'll drag it all the way down, and we'll edit this, and then we'll type the address. So we have head office, and then we said opposite. So this is strictly dummy, please. Opposite sectors, Abuja, Nigeria. So we'll click on OK, and we have it there nicely. So head on to style, and we want to unbold this to make it lighter, and we have it there. and we have it there. So I want to make a little adjustment to it, and then we'll bring it all the way down, and we'll reduce the size a bit. So we'll reduce the size to 21, and then we have it there nicely. So the next one we want to add is the company logo, and I've already imported this. So I head on to my layer here, and I scroll down to where I have it, and I'll simply enable it, and I'll drag it all the way on top of my layer so that I'll have it visible. So I have the company's logo right there. So I position it somewhere around here, and I have my design. So guys, as you can see, we've come to the end of this tutorial, and our design is looking nice. So if you're new to the channel, kindly hit on the subscribe button to subscribe. Kindly give this video a thumbs up, and I would like to know what you think about this design in the comment section below. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.